Hey, welcome back to Alum House Sound. Today we're going to do a quick question and answer. And this question doesn't have a person's name, but it does come from Pleasant Valley United Methodist. This is apparently in Connecticut. So the question says this, the statement, it says, "We had an experienced individual who set up our board years ago. I've stepped in and been running the live stream for over a year now. I want to be able to take our stream output that's currently the live sound mix from their house and separate that mix so that they can have a separate stream mix. I don't know how to do this, and I don't know what I don't know. How do you copy the main output to a MixBUS, or is that possible? Thanks for accepting my ignorance." So for whoever you are, and if you're watching this question and trying to figure out how to make a separate mix from your house mix, what we can do is set up a MixBUS, and I've got a video that I'm going to post up here. This talks about setting up MixBUSes for your live stream. It also talks about some routing in there as well, but the idea is pre-fader or post-fader is one of the things you're going to want to consider. Now you want to set up your house mix and get your house blend with all of your faders where you like them. And you've got two options at that point. Typically I recommend a stereo MixBUS because while your house might be a mono environment, and that's fine for your room, most listeners will want to experience a live stream in a stereo environment. So you want to link together an odd number and an even number MixBUS. So whether it's 1 and 2 or 5 and 6 or 11 and 12, take an odd number and an even number, link those together. Then you get a stereo pair that you have the full spectrum of left and right to mix across, which is really nice. And when you add effects, bonus, they come in stereo as well. Now, we want to choose pre-fader or post-fader, and that discussion comes down to, do you only have one sound technician at a given event, or do you typically have two sound technicians, one that can mix the house mix and one that's dedicated for the live stream mix? And if you do have two sound technicians, then you can do what we call a pre-fader MixBUS. And what that means is that your house mix has all of the inputs, and nothing that you do in that house mix will impact your live stream mix in a pre-fader MixBUS environment. You've got full control of all of your inputs that you can build your own mix that's going to go out into that MixBUS. Now, if you're like me and many other churches, we only have one sound technician. And so what we end up having to do is we build our house mix and we get our faders set up right. Then we have a post-fader MixBUS environment for our live stream. And what that means is we go through and I always recommend using multi-tracks that we've recorded. We can put those tracks back through the console. We can tweak and set up, knowing where our house blend is going to be for the mix. We then solo the live stream mix, and we start to bring each instrument up and build and craft that live stream mix. Now, once you have those set in the room, it's going to be hard. It's a challenge to try and mix both at the same time. You can slap on some headphones, you can do as much as you can, but it's hard to build the mix in the room for both environments. So at this point, we have to kind of trust what we've done. The example I always use is if we have a vocalist that is singing lead on one song and then background on another song, we want to pull that fader down so that they're softer for the second song when they're background. And by moving the one fader down for the house mix, it's post-fader. So that fader change will be followed in your live stream as well. So you can get away with one person running both mixes and have them still be separate crafted mixes, but they follow your fader movements once you're kind of up and running in the live event. So those are the two different ways that are good to do it. If you do have a separate sound technician, a secondary sound technician like we talked about earlier, maybe instead of doing a pre-fader MixBUS, maybe you want to jump into using a DAW where they can actually use plugins inside of a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation. This would run on a laptop. You can send audio across USB into a laptop. You can use your plugins that are in the laptop for EQ, compression. You get all kinds of fancy options in there. Then you can build that mix, send it back to your console if you need to, and then out to your live stream. So you got a couple of different options in there. If that raises any questions for you and you need some help with how to do that, I'll post a video down in the description that you can check out on how to do the mix to a DAW and then back to the console for your live stream. Hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully Pleasant Valley United Methodist Church, you found this information helpful. So if you've got questions, feel free to put them in the comment section below. I'm always answering questions. Thanks for watching this far. Hit the like button and the subscribe button. Maybe even share this video with somebody else that you think would benefit from it. But we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.